Hello, my loves. I am Aisha, and welcome back to my channel. I am a tarot reader and occultist, and today we are going to be looking at your future spouse's message for you right now at this moment in time. These messages can be anything, they can be messages of advice, messages of love, words of encouragement, maybe a warning, something you need to be careful of, something you can look forward to. It may be in regard to your relationship with your future spouse, it may be in regard to your relationship with your family, or just about your life at this moment. It can be anything. These are messages from your future spouse's higher self about your future spouse what your future spouse's higher self believes you need to know right now. Before we get into it, though, disclaimer: this is a collective reading. The messages found here cannot and will not be for everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't force anything if it does not fit. Alright, I will now give you some time to choose your group or your groups. Hello, my group one, and welcome to your reading about your future spouse's message for you for right now in time. And that's a mouthful. That is quite the mouthful. I know the title is going to be less of a mouthful, but that is a bit of a mouthful. So today we will be using the Phantom Wise Tarot, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. May this be a message about your finances, about a big boon in your finances. I felt really called to do some cartomancy and supplement your reading with just a normal pack of playing cards. Three of Cups at the bottom. Okay, that's beautiful. Is it gonna focus? And then for the oracle, we will be using my good old trusty Lunar Oracle. And we have half to full moon at the bottom. So let's see. Oh, and I forgot something. I forgot to get my whiteboard. 1 second. I was wondering what was missing from in front of me. My word. So let's see. Group one's future spouse. What do they need to know right now? What message do you have for them right now? The Three of Cups, and we had the Three of Cups at the bottom of the card deck. Three of Cups. That is beautiful. What message you have for my group one, please? The Sun. I don't think you have met your future spouse yet, but I think that you are going to be meeting them soon, because there's this energy of celebration coming in. If you're going to a party, an event, a night out, somebody else's wedding, somebody else's engagement party, I feel like you're going to meet your future spouse then. This may also be about a birthday party of sorts, or an upcoming trip with someone, a day out with someone, maybe two other people where you're like the third party. Not like in a romantic way where you're between them, but as in maybe they're a couple, or they're in a relationship, or they are best friends and you're maybe close with one, or they're related and you're the only person involved who's not related. I feel like something really amazing is going to happen on this day, at this event, at this party, at this day out. Something really amazing. Your future spouse is kind of telling you to, I don't know, there's this like excited energy where they just want to let you know that something good is about to happen. Something really, really good is about to happen because we have the Three of Cups and we have the Sun. Something really good is about to happen. I don't know, I feel so excited for you. I just feel so excited for you. Um, for my group one, please, what my group one's future spouse, what message do I have for them right now at this moment in time? The Nine of Cups, a lot of cups. And when we look at cups, that is our card, that is our suit rather, of love, of passion. So yeah, something, this is already so filled with love. I think that something I want you to know for certain is that your future spouse loves you. Oh, your future spouse loves you, adores you. The words worships the ground you walk on, worships the ground you walk on just came to mind, like literally just popped into my mind. And I just feel this exciting energy like bursting through me, like your future spouse really loves you. And I think that, I hate to say, oh, it's a novelty, but I think we get so used to seeing couples who aren't that in love, or couples who kind of tolerate each other, or couples who seem like they're going through the motions. So when you find people who really love each other, oh, that makes you believe in love, hey? That really makes you believe in love. And I feel like that's the relationship you and your future spouse have. It's that relationship that makes the people around you believe in love, makes the people around you believe that love is real. Because even with this, with your future spouse just coming and like, they don't want to spoil the surprise, but they want you to know that something good is happening. It's like they always want you to be happy, they always want you to be excited for the future, they always want you to be excited for what's to come. It's the kind of this, your future spouse is the kind of person who gets so excited to share life with you and share things with you that they find it hard to keep a secret from you, like, or to surprise you. Maybe they got you like a birthday present, right? Maybe they got you a birthday present and they're like, this is the birthday present my group one has always wanted. This thing, it's like, I'm thinking like a rare collectible, or a trip to your favorite town, or your dream vacation. If they're like, it doesn't even have to be so big, it can be something small, but they know, ah, group one was eyeing this thing the whole weekend while we were away, or group one keeps dropping hints, or group one mentioned 3 months ago how much they want this thing and they're saving for it, and now I'm going to surprise them that I have it. And they're like, they'll be sitting around you and, you know, making like, giving you hints like, hey, do you remember you wanted that air fryer from thing? And you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember I did want that. Oh yeah, and I'm still saving, and I don't know, maybe I'll buy it next year. And they're sitting there like, I already got it for you. Do you know? Or like just telling you like, hey, I already got your birthday gift, because they can't keep secrets from you and they want you to be excited. Like they're so excited to surprise you and like spend time with you and spend this life with you. And I just feel, I don't know, I just feel so excited. I just feel so genuinely excited. It's like just rushing through me. I just feel so excited. It's like an excitement that I cannot contain, because it's like an excitement that your future spouse just cannot contain. And I think they may also be so excited because of how near this thing is, because this thing seems like it's going to be very, very near, happening very, very soon. And it's like sooner than you know, sooner than you can expect, sooner than you can even think, this thing is going to happen. The surprise is going to come into your life. This amazing experience, whatever it is, there's something great is going to happen. And I'm so excited. I think that you may be meeting your future spouse very soon, like from the time of you watching this reading. And I think it's gonna go up next week. So I'm recording on the 11th of September. I'm recording on the 11th of September. I will probably schedule this for next week, Wednesday. And I think that by the time you watch this, within 3 days or 3 months, so let's say 3 days to 3 months of you watching this video, watching this reading, which whenever you watch it, it will be timeless in that sense. But whenever you watch it, within 3 days to 3 months of you watching it, I think that's when you're going to meet your future spouse, or when you're going to realize that this person is someone you want to date and be with. And maybe you're going to start dating them, not thinking that this is going to be your future spouse. Okay, because that's also like meeting. So for some of you, it's like you're meeting them, and for some, you're starting a relationship maybe with a friend or somebody you know, and that person is your future spouse. So 3 days to 3 months, you're going to meet or start a relationship with your future spouse. I think that's a better way of saying it. 3 days to 3 months of you watching this. For my group one, actually, the next 3 cards I'll pull from Ye Old Trusty playing card deck. So let's see. For my group one, please, my group one's future spouse, what message do you have for them? What message do you have for them? The 7 of Cups. See how many cups there are. So many cups. Oh, sorry about the noise outside. Let's wait a minute. So this is me from the future, from after recording group 2's segment, coming to you with a little message and a realization that I mixed up your cards. So I said that the 9 of diamonds and the 10 of diamonds, and I think the ace of diamonds as well, were the swords. And in my mind, it was swords. But it was only during this reading that I realized they weren't swords, they were pentacles. So in my mind, we were looking at the swords as diamonds and the pentacles as, what was it? Not spades, as clubs. So I completely mixed them up. So we do not have the 9 of swords and the 10 of swords and the ace of swords for you. We have the ace of pentacles, the 9 of pentacles, and the 10 of pentacles. And when we see pentacles, we see financial prosperity, and we see abundance, and we see just so many blessings. And with the 9 and 10 of pentacles, we are looking at somebody who may be maybe financially abundant, or very abundant in one part of their life, but who still feels dissatisfied, followed right after by the 10 of pentacles, where we're seeing all around prosperity and satisfaction. And that is what your future spouse is bringing into your life. It's like, it feels like a countdown or like a count up, because I also feel like 8, 9, 10 fireworks, you know, like in High School Musical when Troy and Gabriella, you know, they meet and it's karaoke, blah blah blah, and then fireworks, and they kiss, and then their paths go, and then, oh my god, it's kind of like your little reading where your paths divert, and then their paths divert, and then they meet again in high school, and then they have their beautiful love story. And I feel like that's just very similar to what's going to happen to you and happen for you. And I'm not going to cut out everything I said about the 9 of swords and the 10 of swords. I think it's very important, because it does make me feel intuitively it feels like that's very important for your reading. I also feel like it's just the energy of your future spouse coming through, making me forget my words and just confuse everything I'm saying and forget this and forget that, because that seems like the kind of person that your future spouse is. Very excitable, very fun loving, very fun to be around. And especially when it comes to you and it comes to what's coming towards you in your life in the near future, with the 2 of you meeting, they just feel so excited, and this energy is making them just this kind of turning them into a bit of a mess, and it's turning me into a bit of a mess. So even though it was a big mistake, or a bit of a mistake rather, I don't think it really negatively affected your reading, and I'm really glad it gave me the moment to really come back and talk to you again in this little segment. Alright, bye bye. For my group 1, please. My group 1's future spouse, what message do you have for them? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. My group 1's future spouse, what message do you have for them? One's future spouse, what message do you have for them? I'm thinking suddenly, because when I said future spouse, I almost wanted to say future mouse, and I suddenly started thinking of The Great Mouse Detective, that Disney movie. So this future spouse of yours may be maybe a bit younger than you. Your future spouse may be Year of the Rat. Year of the Rat. I'm pretty sure that's a. Let me see. Year of the Rat. Year of the Rat Chinese. And I remember because I think my mother or my father was Year of the Rat. So we have 1924, 1936, 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, 1996, 2008, 2020. 2020, so this may be somebody you first met in 2020 and your paths just crossed, or you became friends or something and then your paths diverted for whatever reason, probably because of the big panini. um but I feel like within 3 days to 3 months of you watching this video, your paths are going to cross again, and it's going to be like a completely different relationship. Like, oh, it's you. And just recognizing, like, maybe you won't have that instant recognition that, oh, this is my soulmate, my future spouse, but I feel like you'll meet and you're going to start this relationship, and that's going to lead into you marrying and being together and having this amazing marriage that makes everybody around you really believe in love and believe that love is real. And your future spouse just wants to let you know that it's coming. They kind of want to just keep you on tenterhooks almost. They want you to be excited for, oh, what's this? The Nine of Swords. Okay, the Nine of Swords popped out. My group one. Excited for what's coming, to know that something great is coming. For my group one, please. And the Ten of Swords. The Nine and the Ten of Swords. That is so interesting. Because in the past, your guys' parts may have parted for a reason. You may have had a reason to stop talking. You may have had a reason to. There may have been a bit of heartbreak in here. And I feel like your future spouse is already apologizing for any hurt they caused you. Let me shift. For any hurt they caused you, for however they hurt you in the past, it's like they're preemptively apologizing, because when your paths cross again, they want there to be a clean slate between you two, for you to not be holding on to this past pain, this past heartache, this past heartbreak, this past anxiety, this past doubt. They want you to meet them with a clear head and a clear conscience and just on a clean slate. They're like, whatever happened between you in the past, if something happened between you in the past, they want that to be over and done with and forgiven, and just they want you to both have moved on from it, because it's life, you know. Maybe before you confessed and they rejected you, or they confessed and you rejected them, or you had a fling, or you were chatting and you ghosted them because it was maybe you met on Tinder, or you met on Hinge, or you met on Bumble. Something happened between the two of you where there could have been hard feelings. It's hard feelings out where there could have been hard feelings, and so they want you to know that for them, it's water off a duck's back. It's just part of life. They've realized it, and they don't hold any ill will against you, and they want you to not hold any ill will against them, because when you two meet again, they want you to start over almost. They don't want you to be holding on to like any regrets and apologizing. I'm so sorry I ghosted you, I'm so sorry I rejected you. It's fine. They're fine. And they want you to be the same if it's vice versa, because they want you to start fresh. They want you to start from fresh. They want you to come together on a clean slate and start over brand new. All right? But I really am thinking 3 days to 3 months that you and your future spouse are either going to meet or reconnect. And I keep saying meet because even if you knew each other before, I feel like this is going to kind of be like a first meeting, like you're meeting again, because maybe it's been so long that you've both changed so drastically. You're two completely different people from the people you used to know. The version of you that rejected this person in the past is not the version of you who you are now. You're more mature, you're more disciplined, you're more passionate, you're more authentically yourself. The version of this person who rejected you in the past is not the version they used to be. The version of you who ghosted this person is not the version of you who you are now. The version of them that ghosted you in the past is not the version of them that they are now. I think there's a very big energy between you two of forgiveness, forgiving yourselves, forgiving each other, and allowing yourselves and allowing each other to start over from new, of giving each other that grace to start over from new instead of constantly holding back or holding on to the past and holding on to these past mistakes from when you weren't even together, or from when you weren't the kind of people who could have made each other happy. I think that's a very big thing. So I keep talking about, oh, 3 days to 3 months you're going to meet your future spouse. And I do feel like it's a reconnection, a reconciliation, but it still feels like a brand new meeting because you're both so completely different. So many years have passed, you've both changed so much. So it is like meeting each other for the first time. And your relationship is going to start from scratch now. And I think it's very important for them that it starts from scratch. And I feel like for you, it would also be very good that it starts from scratch. It may be one of those situations, you know, in movies, sometimes they'll do like maybe like a big mess happens between two people, or they embarrass themselves in front of each other, and so they say like, okay, let's meet for the first time, and then they put their hand out like, hi, I'm group one. Hi, group one, I'm your future spouse. Do you know what I mean? And you meet for the first time and you get to know each other all over again. And I think that's going to be really, really, really beautiful and really, really powerful. And I think it's the kind of thing, that ability to forgive each other, the ability to start over when needed, the ability to accept when some things aren't that important to be held onto so tightly, that ability that is going to really make your relationship strong, that is going to really make your relationship the kind of relationship that other people covet, that other people look to as the pinnacle of what a good relationship is and what a good relationship should be, and what they wish their relationship was like, or their relationships were like, or their future marriage could be like, where a lot of people just look to you and think that the two of you are so in love, and nobody has ever been in love like the way the two of you are in love with each other. And I think that's going to be really beautiful, and your future spouse is just coming through and like preparing you for this meeting. And like, I feel now I'm just doing a future spouse reading, not even a message, because that message was so quick, like, be ready, I'm on my way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they just want you to know that I'm on my way to you. For my group one, please. And I feel like it's very important for them to know. It's very important for them. It's very important to them for you to know that they're on their way, because you may be feeling very disillusioned in love. You may be feeling like, I'm never going to get married, I'm never going to fall in love, I'm never going to have that happy ever after that so many other people have. And I feel like you may be giving up on love and on having this love that you really want to experience, and they don't want that to happen to you. They don't want you to be disillusioned, they don't want you to be jaded, they don't want you to experience this heartbreak or to feel like you're just not worthy of love. They want you to know that they are on their way, and they want you to keep your heart open for love and for them, so that when they come to you, you are ready to accept them. For my group one, please. Moon phases, new moon. The time is ripe for seeking new opportunities. So it may be time to go out more, maybe time to go out more, do things you don't usually do, put like not put yourself out there really. It's not like you're going out to seek your future spouse, but just go and do more things. Go join a book club, go play paddle, go bowling, go to a different gym from the gym you usually go to. Do something a bit different, a bit out of the ordinary, because it's in these places that you and your future spouse's paths are going to cross. For my group one. Moon Totem Frog. The path has been cleared for you to make a change that previously seemed unachievable. And I think this change is just your new relationship coming towards you, this relationship coming towards you. I feel like a big obstacle has been removed from your path. A very big change is about to happen, and because of this big change, you and your future spouse are about to meet. Group one. Moon in Leo. It is an important time to guard against being self-centered, over opinionated, or pushy. That's another message coming through from your future spouse. But also kind of in line with them not wanting you to feel jaded, not wanting you to feel like disillusioned. They also don't want you to project a lot of those feelings onto other people and like shut down people who are coming towards you because of whatever reason. Maybe you've been so heartbroken in the past that you feel like it's never going to happen to you, and so you just you're trying to protect yourself from getting heartbroken again. Not so much that you think it's never going to happen to you, it's like you're trying to protect yourself from getting heartbroken again. And so when people come towards you, you may shut them down, or you may put up these walls and these barriers so that you don't have to risk getting hurt again. But your future spouse just wants you to know, like, hey, I'm coming towards you, and I'm coming towards you in a very unexpected way. So how can you ever expect to meet me, and how can you ever expect us to be together when you're always putting up these barriers and blocking people from getting to know you, and blocking people from loving you the way that you deserve to be loved? All right, my group one. So I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media. You can find the links to do so down below. Alright, bye. Hello, my group 2, and welcome to your reading about your future spouse's message for you. Their message for you right in this moment. What do they need you to know right now? So today we will be using the Phantom Wise Tarot. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed at the bottom. So where was I? We have the Phantom Wise Tarot with the Wheel of Fortune reversed at the bottom. Then I also felt called to supplement this reading with some cartomancy. So we will be using our trusty deck of playing cards. And we have the Six of Cups at the bottom. How interesting. Reconciliation. Nostalgia, childhood, innocence. And then for our oracle, we will be using the Lunar Oracle, and we have the Dark Moon at the bottom. Okay, so let's get into it. I mean, shall we? For my group 2's future spouse, what message do you have for them at this moment? What would you like them to know at this moment? The Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. Group 2's future spouse, what message do you have for them at this moment, please? The Six of Cups reversed, and we got the Six of Cups in the playing cards as well. Well, at the bottom of the deck, I mean. My group 2, what message do you have for them, please? My group 2's future spouse. Queen of Pentacles reversed. 3 reversals. Okay. The word subdued keeps playing in my mind. Subdued. Subdued. So my group 2, there's just this energy of you feeling kind of lost, of you feeling as if the odds are against you, nothing's going for you, you don't know who you are, you don't know who you're going to be, you don't know where to go, you don't know where you're coming from. You just, there's this feeling of not knowing. There's this feeling of confusion almost. You may be leaving, or you may have left like a relationship recently, and you're wondering if you'll ever love again. There's a Rihanna song playing in my mind, Love on the Brain. And we see three facets of a person, right? We see someone's mind. Your mind is in disarray. We see someone's heart. Your heart is broken. We see someone's finances. You aren't doing well financially. And so you may feel as if you just have nothing going for you. And it's like not even a message of advice or anything. It's just like your future spouse is holding up a mirror to you and wanting you to take a good long look at yourself, because you cannot run away from yourself. You cannot run away from your feelings. You cannot run away from your anxieties. You cannot run away from any of these things. You cannot run away from yourself. The only option is to face yourself. And that's what your future spouse is saying. Like, hey, group two, you have to face yourself. There's only so much of healing and growth that you can do if you do not face yourself. The hardest part is going to be facing yourself, facing your shadow, facing your demons, but it's what you need to do. And your future spouse, I feel like they're this very mature person, very reserved, very subdued as well, as I was saying. But your future spouse, it's like they want you to sit down and they want you to take this long, hard look at yourself right now. What don't you like about yourself? What don't you like about your situation? What don't you like about what's going on around you? What don't you like and how can you change it? Instead of sitting and saying, I don't like this, I'm so unhappy, I'm so miserable, I wish. What can you do? What can you do? It's like they want to say, stop wishing, start doing. Stop hating yourself and wallowing and praying for things to be different when you are in so much of control, and there's so many things that you hate and there's so many things that you want to be different, that you are in control of changing. And that's what they want you to know, that right now take a good long look at yourself and know that you are in control of your life, you're in control of yourself, and you can change things. Do you not like spending the whole day inside? Does it make you feel depressed? Does it make you feel miserable? Okay, let's go outside. You don't have to leave your house for a long time. You don't have to go for a walk along your neighborhood. Stand outside your door for 5 minutes. Stand in the backyard for 5 minutes. If you live in a flat, just go stand outside somewhere for 5 minutes. Breathe in. Take in the sights around you. Look around you. You don't like how much time you spend on your phone? Okay, for 1 hour a day, force yourself to put your phone somewhere for 10 minutes a day. Make small changes. That's what your future spouse wants you to know. They are telling you that the life that you want to live is within reach, but it's never going to happen if you just wish and wish and wish and wish and hope and hope and hope and hope without making the necessary changes to change your life for the better. All right, my group two. Let's see. For my group two. For my group two. The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Oh no, that's not swords. That's wands. Sorry. This is wands. For my group two. Oh, and we have the Joker. Joker just flew out for you. And the Joker in this deck is the Fool. Ten of Wands and the Fool. My group two, please. My group two. And the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. your future spouse thinks very highly of you. Very, very highly of you. And the thing is, your future spouse sees how capable you are in ways you may not even recognize. Your future spouse sees how intelligent you are. Your future spouse sees how strong you are. Your future spouse sees how amazing you are. Your future spouse sees how business savvy you are. Your future spouse sees how incredible you are. They see, because also remember, they're coming from the future. This is their higher self who has seen the person you've grown into. And they are coming back with this message. And that was confirmation if you heard that hoot. They are coming back with this message of not wanting to see you waste your potential. Because they know your potential. They know what you're capable of. They know the kind of person you are and the kind of person you can be. They know I feel like your future spouse is someone who is very reserved. They do a lot more thinking than they do a lot, like when it comes to, like they do a lot of thinking. They're very introspective. They may be a person of few words but a lot of action. That's why I say it's a lot more thinking. So they'll think all these things but they may not say it to you, and they'll show you. They'll show you how much they love you. They'll show you how much they care about you. And even their way of showing how much they love and care about you may be very different from the way you're used to. Maybe you're used to poems and flowery I love yous and vapid compliments. Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous, you're so sweet. And your future spouse is just like, there is no one but you who I could think of spending my life with. You're the only person who matches my intelligence. You're the only person who matches my drive. You're the only person who could ever be my life partner, because you're the only person who could ever add to my life instead of taking away from my life. You're the only person who makes every struggle I face worthwhile. You're the only person who I would want to face these struggles with. And for your partner, your future spouse, that is love. That is love. You're the only person who is as persistent as them. You're the only person who has as much drive as them. You're the only person who is as intellectual as them. You're the only person who is as ruthless as them. You're the only person who is as hard working as them. You're the only person who gets their need to wake up every day and work twice as hard as yesterday. You're the only person who meets them on their level and who has ever met them on their level. And for them, that's love. And that's why when they're looking back at you right now in this moment, they want to remind you who you are, and they wish they could tell you everything about the kind of person that you have become in the future. And they want to tell you like, hey, this lazing around, this letting your depression get the best of you, this not persisting, this giving up when times get hard, who is that? That's not you. That's not the person I love. That's not the person I married. That's not the person I'm spending my whole life with and choosing to spend my whole life with. Get up and get doing. Get up, because this is not you. They almost want to scold you. Get up, because this is not you. This is not who you are. This is not who I know, and this is not who you know you are. This is not who you are. It may be a bit stern, but they have to be stern with you sometimes. That's how they show love. And I feel like that's how they also, they act like that because that's how they know to deal with you, kind of like when you get into your moods. They know that yes, a lot of people deal or get through those things with compassion. Yes, sometimes you need compassion. People need compassion sometimes. But they know that what you need more than compassion is somebody to sternly look at you and remind you who you are. And they will always remind you who you are. You are hardworking. You are a boss. You are amazing. You are incredible. You are somebody who never gives up. So why are you letting yourself wallow? Why are you letting yourself give up now, when that is not the person that they recognize? You are not the person that they know and that they love. And that's not to say they don't love you when you're like this, but you're just letting something get the better of you. Are you letting somebody, like a heartbreak, get the better of you? Somebody broke up with you and now you're unable to go on with life. You're failing your classes, you're failing all your exams, you're getting yelled at work because you're so heartbroken, so you keep calling days out, you're not going to work, or you're doing the bare minimum at work. You're so heartbroken. They're like, what is this? This is not you. You are not this person who is going to let another person control you in this way. Your heart is broken, so you're failing your classes. You're letting somebody else control you in this way. You're letting this heartbreak control you and get in the way of your future. What is this? What is this, group 2? You're letting a heartbreak you're sabotaging yourself. You're letting this other person be your master and you're letting them sabotage you. My group 2, this is not it. This is not you. What fell out? Another fool. Another fool. My group 2. You are on the cusp of the rest of your life, of getting your degree, of getting a promotion or something, but you are letting this insecurities, this pain, this heartbreak, this confusion, these very valid human emotions that we all feel, and that yes, you as a human are going to feel, but you're letting these things get the better of you. You're letting somebody or something get in the way of your bag, of your money, of your career, of your degree. How is that right, my group 2? How is that right? Your future spouse knows it's not right. Your future spouse knows that you know it's not right. And they want you to take a long, hard look at yourself, at what you're doing, at what you're risking, at what you're sacrificing, at what you're sabotaging. They want you to take a long, hard look, my group 2, and they want you to get your act together. That's what your future spouse came here to say to you today. Get your act together. Because this is not the person I know, and this is not the person that you are. So get your act together. Alright, let's pull your oracle cards. And I just think the energy between you and group 1 is so different. Like in group 1, I was like all over the place. I was so excited. I felt like I was getting everything mixed up. I was forgetting things. I just wanted to like scream at the top of my lungs and get this message to group 1 because it was so excitable. And for you, it's so subdued. Like your future spouse really feels like a very, business owner type, very serious kind of type, very, like when your future spouse speaks, you know that it's important. They don't waste their words. And it's not like, oh, they can't have small talk, right? They can. But they would rather not. They don't waste their words. When they have something to say, you know that it's something that you want to listen to. Let's pull your oracle cards. For my group 2, please. What's that song? Get your act together or risk losing it all. Also your oracle, I'll just put this and then I'll Google. Is it Amalu? I'll check now. Moon totem hair. It is an auspicious time for new beginnings. It's an auspicious time for new beginnings. Let me search this song. Get your act together. Or risk losing it all. Song. Lyric. None of these songs. I'm only seeing Like That by Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin. Wannabe. No, it's none of these. Okay, I'm gonna sing it. Let's hope it finds it. Get your act together or you risk losing it all. Get your act together or you risk losing it all. I can't find the song. I can't find the song, but that lyric is so important. You risk losing everything. You risk losing all of, everything that you've been trying to build. Sacrificing your dreams, your hopes, because you just can't get your act together. Moon Totem Frog came out for Group 1 as well. The path has been cleared for you to make a change that previously seemed unachievable. You want something? Do you want it bad enough? Or is this heartbreak more important to you? Is this person more important to you? What's important to you, my Group 2? That's what your future spouse wants to know. Blue Moon. Now is a powerful time to set long-term goals and sow seeds for the future. Can you see that? Can you see what I'm seeing? It's all about taking control of your life. Sorry about that, it was one of the magnets. About looking at your life as it is and making a decision to change. What do you not like about what's going on right now? Or what's going on in your life right now that could possibly be of detriment to your future? Right, my Group 2? So I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or just follow me on social media. The links to do so are down below. Alright, bye. Hello, my Group 3, and welcome to your reading about your future spouse's message for you. What message does your future spouse think you need to know right at this moment in time? What do they want to tell you? So today we will be using the Phantom Wise Tarot. And who's that at the bottom? The Eight of Wands? Yep, the Eight of Wands reversed. I also thought that I will be using, I felt called to using playing cards in today's reading to supplement this reading. So we have just this trusty, tiny playing card deck with a Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. And then your Oracle deck, sorry about that. Your Oracle deck is the Lunar Oracle. Okay, and you have Waning Moon at the bottom. Alright. So let's see. My Group 3's future spouse. What message do you have for my Group 3? What does my Group 3 need to know at this moment in time? What message do you have for my Group 3, please? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. For my Group 3, what is my Group 3? My Group 3's future spouse, what do they need to know at this moment in time? Ace of Pentacles reversed, so the Nine of Pentacles, and I keep thinking about somebody like buying an engagement ring. I think your future spouse is someone you are currently in a relationship with, and they're kind of spoiling the surprise a bit that they are saving money for an engagement ring, or they have very recently bought one and they plan on popping the big question soon. Or if you have already bought the engagement ring and you're trying to keep it a surprise, it's like they're telling you that they know what you're planning. For my Group 3, what message do I have for my Group 3? The Nine of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles, and we had the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the other deck. Do you remember? Okay. But I definitely feel like they were saving. Right. This is them, how I'm seeing it. This is them. This is you. They were saving money. They've spent the money on something. And now they get to present it to you to make you feel whole. It's like adding this Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles to make you feel whole. Like that Ten of Pentacles energy. And they don't mind having splurged or having overspent or having spent a certain amount of money on this thing, because they know at the end of the day it's going to make you happy. It's going to be maybe your dream ring or your dream whatever thing of endearment for a proposal, because not everybody does rings, or your dream honeymoon or your dream wedding. They don't mind spending this amount of money because it's going to add something to your life. It's going to make your life feel amazing. It's going to make you feel amazing. It's going to make, even like, I just noticed, because look at how her hand is held out, and like sure she's holding like, she's holding a bird. She has a bird on her hand. But I'm thinking of you like showing off your ring to people. And so they are saving, they are working hard, they are putting in the extra hours, they are going above and beyond and doing twice as much, twice more than they need to do, because they know that at the end of the day you are going to be satisfied. People may be telling them, why are you trying to buy that ring? That ring is so expensive, just buy this ring. But you know, they know that you're not going to like that ring. And it's not because about the price. It's not about the price at all. It's about them knowing you well enough to know what you will like and what you won't like. It's about them wanting to make a, it doesn't have to be a ring. Like I said, it can be anything. It's some token of affection for you. um and this is somebody that I really do feel like this is someone in a relationship with. This could be, it's an engagement ring for some, a piece of jewelry for others, it's a very expensive gift for others, something you want. Maybe it's something that has to be imported, maybe it's something in mint condition, it's a vintage fur, it's something that's a bit pricey. And their friends are like, ugh, why are you working so hard for this thing? Why don't you just buy this? It's a cheaper alternative. And they're like, no, it's not about the money for them. It's a token. It's a token of showing you how much they actually care and love you. It's not about the price. If they knew you would like the cheaper one, they would get it. Or they know like, okay, you'll be fine with the cheaper one, but it's not your style, or it's not something you'd actually wear, or you know, they just know it wouldn't satisfy you. Like you'd be fine with it. But if they're working so hard to gift you something, to give you something, why would they want you to just be fine with it, right? And so your future spouse is kind of spoiling the surprise that there's things going on in the background that they're working on, that they're working hard, saving up for something to buy you something. And it may be because you're feeling very discouraged. So maybe you and your person have spoken about marriage in the past, and they have told you that, hey, very soon I do plan on proposing. And you're like, okay, but it's almost the end of the year, so when are you actually going to propose? And maybe you're not saying anything, but you're wondering. And or maybe, you know, somebody has said, oh hey, I know you said you wanted a PS4. I don't know, do people still buy people PS4s? I don't know what's the PS4 market like, what the PlayStation market is currently like. And or maybe you said, or they said like, oh, your, I have books in front of me. You said you wanted the second copy or the second volume of the white the the husky and his white cat Shizen, because I have it in front of me right here. So, oh, you wanted the second volume. Okay, I'm going to save up and buy you all six, the next six or whatever, the next four. I don't remember how many volumes there are. And you're waiting and you're like, okay, well, it was 2 months since you said that, so is he actually gonna buy it? And you don't want to be a nuisance, you don't want to be a bother, you don't want to seem like you're begging or you're nagging. And so you're like, should I just buy it or should I wait? And it's like, your future spouse is just letting you know, like, hey, just wait. Christmas is coming, there's some big days coming up at the end of the year, there's some very big moments in your life and in your future spouse's life coming up, in your current partner's life coming up, that your current partner wants to really immortalize with you. Like, if they said they're going to propose, they are. If they said they're going to buy you something, they are. And there's no need for you to feel discouraged or feel like it's not going to happen, because it's going to happen. They are just putting in the work, doing the behind the scenes stuff, saving money, maybe having to take up extra shifts, run errands for certain people, do more for certain uncles. Maybe a certain uncle said, hey, if you come and work for me or help me move, come help me move stuff from this warehouse to that warehouse, or come help me move from my flat to this flat, and I'll give you 10,000 for it, or I'll pay half the price of this ring for it. I'll pay you X amount for it. And so your future spouse, your current partner, is putting in the time, putting in the effort, putting in that extra hours of work because they want to gift you this thing before the end of the year. So don't feel discouraged. Yes, it's very easy to feel discouraged. Yes, it's very easy to say like, oh well, are they actually going to do it? Should I just get it myself, or should I just give up hope on them proposing before the year is over, and just to wonder if it's actually going to happen? And I want you to know it is going to happen. There's still what, like 5 months? It's what, September, October, November. There's 3 months. There's still 3 months. I am having a crisis because I didn't realize 2024 was almost over. But a lot can happen in 3 months. A lot can happen in 3 months when you actually think about it. That's one whole term of school. Your future can be decided in those 3 months. You can fall in love in those 3 months. You can get engaged in those 3 months. There's still 3 months, and there's still Christmas. There's still a lot of holidays coming up. Pardon. There's still a lot of gift giving moments where people can gift each other things. There's still time. And that's what your future spouse wants you to know, is that there is still time, and things are going on behind the scenes that you are not privy to and you will not be privy to. And I feel like them coming to tell you this doesn't even feel like they're ruining the surprise, because you already kind of know about it. You just don't know the when, and they're not going to tell you the when. They're just telling you like, hey, it's going to happen. You may think it's not going to happen, but it's going to happen. Let's pull your oracles. No, not your oracles. Let's pull your playing cards for my group. 2, please. No. Why am I so like, so like all over the place right now? For my group, 3, please. What fell out for you? The 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. Interesting. 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. And it's such opposite energy in a way, because the 4 of Pentacles is so much about holding tightly onto something, and then the 8 of Cups is about letting things go, about walking away. And I feel like that's what your future spouse wants you to do, is to let go of and walk away from your expectations, from how you expect something to turn out, from how you're planning in your head that things are going to turn out. Maybe you've already planned this whole engagement in your head, but it's just not your future spouse's style. Maybe you want something very extravagant and your future spouse is very shy, very subdued, and so they're putting in all the money to buy the ring, but they're not going to like do a whole big song and dance about it, you know. And that's not to say they're going to phone it in. They might, like, you know, make you a nice dinner, have a nice conversation, playing some music, and then like just between the two of you propose. You may want it to be like a big thing, like in front of thousands of people, and they just want it to be private between you and them. And it's like they kind of want to prepare you for that, and they want you to, it's not like, oh, just accept whatever I'm doing, or just take it because, hey, at least I'm proposing. It's more like them asking you to meet them where they're at. Like, it's so easy to complain and say, why haven't you proposed yet? When are you going to propose? Oh, hey, you said you're going to buy me something, but you haven't bought it yet. Where's my car? You said you're going to buy me a car. Oh, you promised me gold, but you don't buy me gold. Where's my gold? Oh, you said you're going to get me that mint action figure, but I still don't have it. Oh, you said you're going to buy me a PS4, but I still don't have it. You know, you said you know I want to get proposed to in this way, so why would you propose to me in this way? You know I want to have like a big proposal in front of everyone, so why did you propose to me just at home? It's like they want you to meet them where they are. They want you to be understanding of the kind of person that they are. It's like they're already putting in all the work to save the money. They are going above and beyond to buy you something that is twice as expensive than what they can afford, because they want to give it to you, because they want it to last you. They want it to be a token of your marriage or your future together, or just how much they love you. They're putting in the extra work. So maybe it's not going to be perfect. Maybe it's not going to be exactly how you dreamed. Maybe it's not going to be extravagant. Maybe it's not going to be the the covers that you wanted. Maybe it's not going to be the way that you wanted it to be, like 100%. But they're trying very hard. They're trying very hard to make it memorable for you, to get what you wanted, to to make this promise to you, to show you that they love you. They're trying very hard. And I feel like sometimes your future spouse worries that they can never be good enough for you, that no matter how hard they try, it'll never be enough. Like you're always going to look down on them. Like you're always going to ask for twice, like for more. Maybe if they buy you the most expensive diamond ring, you're going to say, "Oh, but why isn't it inlaid with amethyst?" for example. Or they worry that if they buy you a collection of books, the books that you've been asking for, like for Christmas, you're going to say, "Oh, but I don't want this edition. I wanted this other edition." It's like sometimes they feel like they can't do anything right in your eyes, and or they have this anxiety of never being enough for you. And it may not be because of something you've done. It may just be because of their past, because of how people have treated them in the past. And so sometimes they get very anxious about like failing you and just not being enough for you, and they wish that you would praise them more, or tell them how happy you are with them more, or just thank them more, or just vocalize your gratitude to them more sometimes. Not nag as much, not look down on them as much, not disapprove of them as much. And yes, I mean, obviously, you can't treat your partner with kid gloves and be like, "Oh, it's so perfect for everything they do." Obviously, you have to meet them as an adult, but you can't just rag at them all the time. You can't complain about everything they do. You can't make them feel as if they're never enough. If maybe you have a date night and your future spouse knows you like this restaurant, and you like to be home at a certain time, and you like to have a certain drink ready when you're at home before you go to bed, and they know you like to have a bubble bath on your date nights, and so they do all of this for you. And then like after the bubble bath or something, you're like, that rosé wasn't good. You should have gotten this other brand. I like this other brand. And it's like they feel as if you only ever focus on what they do wrong instead of what they do right, and it eats away at them. And they put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of effort. They're trying so hard, and they feel like they can never be enough for you. And I feel like that's another reason. Oh my god, I feel like crying again. I feel like not crying again. It's like in a lot of my videos lately, I feel like I've been tearing up, and I really feel like I want to tear up now, because it feels like your future spouse feels like they had to come and send this message to you so that you know that things are going on in the background, things that you're unaware of, so that you don't get angry at them, or that you don't lose any love for them, because your future spouse is working really hard to make sure things are perfect for you, and they just want you to know that, so that you stop you know stop being so cold to them, or stop being like, "So when are you going to do it? So when are you going to do it? So when are you going to propose? So when am I getting my thing?" Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they just want you to know. My group 3, 7 of Cups. I'm getting that song. Is it 100 miles and I will walk 100 miles and I will walk 100 more? Is it 1,000 miles or 10,000 miles? But yeah, that song is coming into my head. Like your future spouse would do anything for you, everything for you. Your future spouse would tear this world down and build it up in your image if that's what you ask them to do. Your future spouse would give you the sun if they could. But it's like you just don't appreciate it. It's like they feel if they built the earth down or tore the earth down and built it back up in your image, you would say, but I hate this picture of me. Why did you choose this picture of me to build the world in? If they gave you the sun, you would say, but I like Jupiter more. Or, it's too hot. Why would I want that? It's like they just feel like they're never good enough for you. And now Enough for You by Olivia Rodrigo is in my head. For my group 3, please. Fool reversed. Joker reversed. Fool reversed. It's like you and your future spouse, you may actually, like I said, you may be together, but you may, more than just being together, you may have already built a life together. Like it may be at a stage where you're life partners or you've been together for a very long time. You may have met when you were very young, because I get this feeling of like you met when you two were very innocent and very like new to dating and everything. This may have been the first person you ever dated. You may have been the first person they ever dated. They may have been the first person you ever dated. Very first serious relationship, first kiss, first everything. And you've been building your life for years and years together. And so no matter how much this grates on them, they will never leave you, because you are their everything. And honestly, they are your everything too. And you may be asking about marriage, or it feels like it's marriage. It's marriage. You want that marriage because of how committed you are to each other. You want that marriage, and they just want you to know that it's coming, that you have been patient for long enough and it's coming. They want you to know that it's coming. I definitely think that by the end of the year you're getting that engagement, or if you're already engaged, then by the end of the year it's going to be official in some way. And they just want you to know that it's coming. Let me pull your oracles. For my group 3, please. Moon signs, Moon in Libra. Avoid making serious decisions and instead focus on creating harmony within your relationships. Libra season may be very significant for you guys about this timing. For my group 3, please. Moon in Aries. Remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. We're seeing a theme here. For my group 3, please. Moon in Gemini. Stress may be an issue during this time. Are we not seeing a theme here? Your desire for this thing to happen, to get this gift, to get this engagement ring, to get married, may cause you to lash out at your partner in these coming weeks or months before the end of 2024. You may start lashing out, picking fights, picking arguments, acting in ways that are not very like you. It's not very like you. It's uncharacteristic of you. But you're pushed to act this way because of how badly you want this thing, and you feel like you have to keep asking. You're like, why do I have to keep asking you to marry me? When are you going to marry me? When are you going to propose? When are you going to make us official? When are you going to introduce me to your family? When? And you may have this deep desire for this thing to happen, and instead of communicating it effectively and responsibly and like an adult, you're picking fights and you're arguing and you're nitpicking and you're making a big deal out of unimportant things, and you're creating a very unhealthy environment. And your future spouse just wants to remind you, like, hey, when you act like this, it doesn't make me want to actually commit myself to you. And it's like your future spouse wants to commit themselves to you, obviously, because they're your future spouse. They're coming through as your future spouse, and you two are going to get married. But with the way you're acting, it makes them second guess. It really makes them second guess whether they're making the right decision, whether any of these past few months or years has been worth it, because you act in a way that they don't recognize. It's like when the times are good, they're great, and when they're bad, they're awful. And right now, because of how badly you want things to be official between you two, maybe you've been together for 10 years, you have 2 3 kids, and you just want to get married, you want it to be official, and you're like, when is this going to happen? And so you make things almost a nightmare because you're just so desperate for that to happen. And I feel like after you actually get married, things will mellow down and things will be a lot better. But right now, there's so much of stress. You're feeling so stressed because, oh, we're living in sin. Everybody's looking down on me. We've been married for so long. Is this just a game to you? And you just want things to be official. You want things to be valid. You want things to be set in stone. And it's making you feel very stressed. And your future spouse is like, I recognize this, but hey, I'm also a person at the end of the day with my own struggles, and I'm working hard to make this a reality for you, to make a better life for us, to make a better life for you. And so, my group 3, I'm going to close your reading here. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. If you would like to book a reading with me or become one of my 18 plus patients, or just follow me on social media, the links to do so are all down below. Alright, bye.